34 million of you are traveling this holiday weekend, trying to get in one last weekend of summer fun. And if you're flying today, you want this man as your pilot. He is putting the friendly back in the friendly skies. After a summer of nightmarish experiences for so many in the skies, you won't believe what this pilot does at 30,000 feet. We'll meet him this morning, and trust me, you're going to wish he was in charge of your flight. Millions of Americans are traveling this holiday weekend, many flying somewhere for the last weekend of summer, despite complaints that flying has never been worse. This summer, cancellations nearly doubled. Delays are the worst in a decade, and planes are more full than ever. But our friends at the Wall Street Journal found a bright spot. United Airlines Captain Denny Flanagan. ABC's Barbara Pinto reports.
At the end of what has been a hellish summer for air travelers, he is literally a gift from the heavens.
For those folks going to Washington today, I'll be your captain. My name's Denny Flanagan.
For 21 years now, this former Navy pilot has put the friendly in friendly skies.
And this is actually my first flight. Today. All right, everybody wake up.
With his sense of humor and personal touch.
Hey, good morning. Welcome aboard.
Not only does everyone get an individual welcome, this father of 5 has also been known to buy food for plane loads of passengers on delayed flights. He snaps photos of dogs in the cargo hold to show owners their pets are safe, and calls the parents of children traveling alone.
You know, I want to treat them like I treat my family, and that works. It's like hospitality. You stand at your door and greet people when they come in. When you say goodbye, you stand on the porch waving.
Flanagan's brand of hospitality includes sending handwritten notes to frequent flyers and raffling off bottles of wine.
How about that, a bottle of chilled Chardonnay from a pilot of all people?
He's generating quite a following in the air.
It makes you feel like somebody cares and is trying to make the experience better.
And online. One of the many posts on flyertalk.com says his effort rubbed off on the crew, too. They were great.
Have you read your blog?
No, because I don't know how to get on the computer.
But behind the controls of a 757, he is stellar. For Good Morning America, Barbara Pinto, ABC News, Chicago.
Okay, I don't know how I feel about you not being able to log onto a computer, but joining us now is United Airlines Captain Denny Flanagan and a colleague who's proud to act as his co-pilot, Captain John McFadden. Good evening. Good evening. Hello. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. Calm down.
I'm so surprised at hearing pilots like yourself working and making it a pleasant experience. I'm discombobulated. How did you first get the idea to start with this TLC toward your passengers?
Well, you just, I have a wonderful family, a wonderful wife, and you just treat your customers the same way. It all begins with hospitality.
But you've done this always, every time you've been flying?
Yes, all the time. You know, when somebody comes to your house, you greet them at the door, you take care of them while they're in your house, and when you stand at the doorway or stand on the porch, wave them goodbye. So you're bred. It's bred in your system, all of us. Everybody has that.
You say your favorite favor to your passengers is helping the unaccompanied minors. I can't believe children as young as 5 can be flying alone on one of your flights.
Yes, we do over 270,000 segments with unaccompanied minors every year. And it just brings a warm smile to the kids if they have an opportunity to talk to their parents while they're on the airplane. We call their parents. The pilots some pilots would use their cell phones and call the families before
What's
departure.
What's the reaction when the phone rings and it's the pilot? Is it initially panic, like what's wrong?
If it's the husband, he gets the information and then he goes, Martha, the pilot's on the airplane. Jessica's flight, and she gets right on the phone, takes her out of his hand, and starts talking to me about it.
Captain McFadden,
parents worry.
What did you think when you first flew with your colleague here, with his different style of piloting?
You know, I think the thing that amazes me the most in flying with him was not only the fact that he's able to provide that really positive flight experience for all the passengers on the flights. It's also, I think, his unique ability to recognize what truly makes United great, the people. He really recognizes and acknowledges them all the time.
So then why aren't there more pilots like you guys? Because I fly United a lot, and it's not usually like that.
You know, my sense is there really are a lot of people out there. There are stories like this around there. We just don't hear about them as much, unfortunately.
You are working for the airline and trying to help encourage other crew members to be like yourself. I can tell you, as one of your passengers frequently, one of the things George and I were talking about that's a really simple thing is passengers would love information. Just tell me why we're waiting. Just tell me why the turbulence is happening and that we're going to be okay. Why is it so hard to get that information to pilots?
Well, they have that information, and it's like, say, irregular operations, for example. We have a program in place where we ask the pilots to go out and talk to the customers, keep them every 15 minutes, give them an update. And you're right, the person in the back of the aircraft just wants to keep updated and know it's going to be what's going on.
They'd be a lot happier if
Oh, they
they
absolutely
just
would.
knew.
They would. They
And
would.
I think at United we offer something called Channel 9 where you can actually listen directly to air traffic control, follow along the progress of your flight, get it right straight from the source there.
This
too.
has been a tough summer. We've seen, passengers stranded on a JetBlue plane for 11 hours with no food, sometimes no water, no working toilets, no AC. Sometimes, many of these airplane crews say, listen, we were stuck on the tarmac too. There was nothing we could do. What would you have done if you were in the cockpit for a jet that was stuck on a tarmac for 10, 11 hours and passengers in the back experiencing such discomfort?
Well,
How would you have handled that?
First off, I work directly with 50,000 just wonderful United employees that are doing everything they can to get me off the tarmac. Everybody has a job to do that. Myself, when the engines are shut down, I walk up and down the aisle, I talk to the customers, I pull out my cell phone, and I ask other customers on the airplane. Some customers have little websites on their cell phones, and they pass the weather around or let somebody else share their cell phone with another customer so they can call their family. Or
But
make
again,
connections.
it's the information, getting out there,
Getting the
reassuring
information.
people,
Yes.
letting them know they're okay. But
Absolutely.
would you have finally opened the doors and let them go down the emergency chute to get out?
No, you need a gate. You need
Oh.
a gate to go to. Yes.
Okay, well, Captain Flanagan, Captain McFadden, thank you so much. And I must say, I hope to be on one of your flights
Well,
sometime
thank you very much.
soon.
Appreciate that.
Look forward
And
to seeing
spread
you.
the wealth, spread
We
the
will.
ideas.
It's contagious, and we want it to become an epidemic.
Okay,
Yep.
sounds great.
Thank you.
All right, it's 7:47. We'll be back.
If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar.
All right, don't forget, everybody, you can get the recipe of Wolfgang Puck on abcnews.com. We've got the whole crew here.
Happy Labor Day from our whole family.